गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्नाम् अन्याश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्. The Leelas of the Lord, they are not imaginary, they are real, they are facts, they have happened. Because if we take the Leelas of the Lord to be a figment of imagination, a kalpana, a fantasy, then Lord will also become fantasy. He will also become an imaginary figure. But Lord is not an imaginary figure. So all the Leelas that He does, they are also not imaginary. We have to interact with the stories in that manner, and we see through the stories that we have seen in Krishna's life till now that a devotee's life or a spiritual life does not mean that problems will stop coming in your life. Then what does it mean? You are better able to negotiate through the problems. That's all there is there. Problems will come, success will come, but how you have got the license to, as long as you are remembering the Lord, you can negotiate through the traffic of challenges and problems efficiently. Otherwise, accidents. What are the accidents? Marriage. As our Swamiji says. I don't say that. Or have the acumen like our Lord, that not one, 16,108, and keeping everyone happy. And now after this chapter will come, from every wife, 16,108 times 10. He has 10 children from everyone. That many kids are there. And all the 8 wives' kids' names are given. That means 80 kids, the names are given. Anyway, when that chapter comes. So with this understanding, let's not, see here the teacher says, or when we study Bhagavatam, don't logicalize, don't find cause and effect. How is this possible? How can it be? It doesn't fit. I can't, our intellect wants solution. It wants to find how is it possible. But for the Lord's Leela, there is no how or why, as Swamiji says. It's merely accepting it with love. See, 2 ways you can go. Either you can, see, when we are interacting in the world, we are living in the world, getting attracted by the world, thinking about the world, what happens to us? You get tired. And then you want to sleep, isn't it? So 2 things. When you get interacted in the world, you get tired, you get agitated, or you go to sleep. So how do we get out of this? Like Dhananjay, he had conquered sleep. Why? How? By the blessings of the masters. So when we are a spiritual seeker, as a spiritual seeker, how do we get out of this habit of sleeping and getting disturbed by getting involved in the world? It's a default set in. Many times unknowingly we get caught up and there is a reaction. Some people press your buttons, they know exactly where to press, and it happens. What do? At that time, remember the Lord. Because Lord is Chaitanya Swarup. World is Jada Swarup. Even your relatives are Jada Swarup. Wife, children, everyone is Jada Swarup. Don't think that they are, what you call, your attention is not on the Chaitanya Vastu in each one of them. Your attention is not on the consciousness. Your attention, your attraction, your what you call, feelings are not for the life which is expressing through there. Your feelings are for the body. Your feelings are for the body's expressions. How my child looks, how he smiles, या कैसे बोबड़ा बोलता है, you look at him, how cute you look. That is what we like about them. We don't. Our attention is not on the consciousness. So how to come to that point? How to wean our mind away from the form and the name and fix it onto the divine theme? That is spiritual journey. How to do it? Because not everyone is able to contemplate on the self. Even the Lord is saying, I am the self in everyone. Then what do? You take the support of the Lord. Remember the Lord. And when you start taking the name of the Lord, again the same thing will happen. The world will attract your attention and the sleep will come. And as long as you are with love, devotion, dedication, chanting, remembering the Lord in and through every activity, to that extent the sleep will not be able to enter into you, and the world will not be able to attract your mind, as long as the mind is in love with the Lord. It's directly proportional to that. And that is the trick. And here we have seen how all these 16,108 wives, all of them, the only reason they got Lord is because they loved him exclusively. They surrendered to him exclusively. They called out to him from the depths of their heart. That is why the Lord came and delivered them. See? In the 10th chapter, in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna says, in Jnaneshwar Maharaj's commentary, he says, "O Lord, you are so gracious that Lakshmi is there with you, so many Mahatmas have meditated upon you, Bhishmacharya knows you, Karna knows you, and all the events, his parents have known you, Yashoda Maya has fed him her own milk, but nobody asked, can you show me the Vishwarup Darshan? Nobody asked. So here Arjuna's eagerness to know the Lord as the entire that there is. He wants the whole package. He doesn't want little bit here and a little bit there. He doesn't want vibhutis. He wants the entire. How you are the entire cosmos, I want to see that, and yet you are beyond it. Because he said the vibhutis are endless and I can keep talking for lifetimes and you can keep listening and enjoying it, but there is no end to it. So he says, naturally next question comes, if it is endless, I enjoy listening, but can I have a consolidated experience? And this is the Vishwarup. See? So he says, you have, because there Krishna tells Arjuna that you are very dear to me. And the example that Jnaneshwar Maharaj gives, he says, just like the moment the mother cow looks at its calf coming from far away, or when she has come back from grazing, just by hearing the sound of the calf, the udders are full with milk and ready to pour out into the mouth of the calf. And imagine when the calf touches the teats, how much, what is the feeling inside? It is like that. Arjuna says, I am the calf. Here the comparison, Jnaneshwar Maharaj says, Arjuna is the calf, Shri Krishna is the mother, she is the cow mother. He wants to give, he wants to pour everything that he, as much as he can, depending upon what the student is asking or the devotee is asking, he also wants to pour out. See? So have we prepared ourselves? Have we become the calf? Are we so eager? Are we so thirsty for the love of the Lord? Or we are thirsty for the love of our partner and our children and our car and our all the... Where is our attention? See? Then for such devotees, Arjuna says, I am just overwhelmed by the gratitude that you want to pour out all the knowledge to me, that you love me so dearly. Because Krishna says, I also want to give it to you more than you want it. See, more than you want it, I want to give it to you. How beautiful situation when the teacher says that I want to give you the knowledge more than you want it. Come, gutti pakad ke leke aaya, chalo, seek. वैसे नहीं. But it's a relationship of love, isn't it? You can't force into it anyone. Krishna has also not forced it on Arjuna. The situation has come about after 88 years of living. And then this question has been asked by Arjuna. So this was what we learned from those last few chapters. And now we enter into the Atha Shashtitamodhyayaha, is the 60th chapter, a dialogue between Sri Krishna and Rukmini. And this is the where how a married life, how relationships should be maintained. Thoda spice hona chahiye. And that is the spice. But it should, that spice, the teasing and troubling and tongue khichofying, pulling the leg, meaning it should not cross a certain limit. And that is what is shown here also. Shri Shuka Uvacha Karhi Chit Sukhamasinam Swatalpastham Jagat Gurum Patim Paryacharat Bhaishmi Vajanena Sakhi Janaihi Yastvetalilaya Vishwam Srujatyatyatyavitishwaraha Sahijata Swasetunam Gopithaya Yaduchvajaha Tasminnanta Gruhi Prajan Muktadama Vilambina Virajite Vitanena Deepairmanimayairapi Mallikadamabhi Pushpaihi Dvirafal Fakulanaditaihi Jalarandra Pravishtaischa Gobishchandramasomalaihi Parijatavanamod Vayunodhyanashalina Dhupairagurujayrajan Jalarandra Vinigataihi Payafena Nibhe Shubhne Paryanke Kashiputtame Upatasthe Sukhasinam Jagatamishwaram Patim Balavyajanamādāya Ratnadandam Sakhikarat Tena Vijayati Devi Upasāścakra Ishwaram Sopachyutam Kvanayati Pani Nupurabhyam Rejenguli Yavalava Janagrahasta Vastranta Gudha Bhasanitam Badhrudaya cha Parardhaka Kancha Tam Rupinim Shriyamananyagatim Vidiksha Ya Leelaya Dhrutanano Rupa Rupa Prita Smayannala Dha Vaktrolasat सीमत सुधाम हरिराभ भाजे. So here, as we said, this is the dialogue. Now the story goes after the marriage. Now his married life. One day, Krishna and Rukmini were sitting in their along with her female companions, were serving. And see, the beauty is all these wives love so much their husband Krishna, that even though, remember when he got married to some of the how many Bhadra and all, how many servants, dasis came with him. They are plentifully available in the palace, but all the wives of Krishna, they like to serve him themselves. They like to serve him themselves. है ना, कभी कभी ऐसे होता है ना, कोई पानी मांगता है, अरे पानी दे दे यार. We tell third person to bring it, isn't it? Here no, Dasi no, they will go. So here this our Rukmini ji, even though there are so many dasis there, Krishna Bhagwan is sleeping, lying down on the palang, on the bed of in the Rukmini's quarters, and Rukmini ji is sitting there like Sakshat Lakshmi and fanning away and enjoying looking at the face and mannerisms of Krishna. ये भी मजा है, जैसे बच्चों को देखते हैं उतना ही प्यार पति के प्रति भी होना चाहिए. मोटा हो गया क्या, मोटा हो गया अरे गुस्सा हो गया, अरे कैसा गुस्सा है, ये अजीब सा है, इट्स फनी. अरे भूख लगी है, अच्छा इसको भी भूख लगती है. There should be wonderment in every interaction. We have lost that because we have taken it for granted, isn't it? But we enjoy that when it is about kids. But as we grow, we lose that curiosity, we lose that wonderment, we lose that spontaneity. Why? We start living only at the memory level. That is why. Children don't live at the memory level most of the time. They are spontaneous. Therefore, we enjoy their leelas. So here, the Rukmini was having the fan with the peacock feather fan and fanning Shri Krishna, and along with all her friends and the dasis, she was doing the seva. And here it is told that the Rukmini's explanation of Rukmini's palace is given, which is absolutely gorgeous, and you can read that. And here he says that whose beauty was heightened by a canopy fringed with brilliant pearl strings hanging from it, chandeliers, gems on the walls, and flowers everywhere, and garlands and jasmines and peacocks roaming around, and the kapot, what is that? Pigeons in the thing, beautiful fragrance with pools around, absolutely wonderful. And Rukmini ji is none other than Lakshmi ji, and looking at her, here in the 9th verse he says that tam rupinim shriyam ananya gatim nirikshya ya leelaya dhruta tanoho anurupa rupa. She is exclusively beautiful because she is Sakshat Lakshmi on earth. And the Krishna Bhagwan is lying down and he is observing the beauty of his consort. निहार रहे हैं अपनी पत्नी को कि what kundali she is wearing, what necklace, the garland that she has, the girdle that she has, how she has put the sindoor and how the locks of her hair are falling down, and all that explanation is given. And she's got a golden necklace, and at the same time, while all this is there, because Lakshmi ji or even Rukmini here, they want to look the best for their husband. वो फटे पुराने ट्रैक पैंट और सूट में नहीं है, वही सब्जी वही दाल उस पर गिरी हुई है और होता है ना, वो कैसे प्यार आएगा उसको। कभी कभी ऐसे भी होता है ना, गंदा हो गया, एक दिन और खींच ही लेते हैं, फिर बारिश बहुत हो रही है। Not like that. Every moment they are at their best for their husbands. And look at Krishna. He is no less. He is also at his best for his wife. He never. And how? He is always smiling. And Rukmini ji also, while she is doing seva, अरे फिर से मेरे को बिठा दिया पंखा देने के लिए, ऐसे नहीं बोल रही है वो. She is with a smile on her face. Prasanna Chetas. That is one secret about spiritual life. What is that? Or for a devotee, always approach everything with a happy face, happy with a smile on the face, with a sparkle in your eyes. Then automatically solutions come. Everything gets solved automatically. You don't have to worry how. And that smile, force it till it becomes natural. It will become natural only when the Lord enters your heart. Till then you have to force it or fake it. So in this way, when Lord Shri Krishna, when he saw that this girl Rukmini is loving me so much, he was delighted to see her, and when he saw that she also loves me equally, because in that smile, what is the doorway to your soul? Your eyes, isn't it? You can work out if you have, I don't know if you have, but as you move through life, when you look into someone's eyes, you can come to know where they are. A lot of people say they know, but they don't know. But it's a what do you call? It's an acumen that you develop as you evolve. और उतना भी नहीं, किसी के आंखों में गुस्सा है और पता चल जाता है, पंगा ना लो, don't mess around with him today. He got up on the wrong side of the bed. Not like that. So Krishna Bhagwan is lying there and he sees this beautiful wife of his, and noticed that she also loves me very, very much, and she is also very dear to me. And when someone is dear to you, someone who loves you and you love someone very dearly, with them only you can have the freedom to travel, isn't it? मैं किसी दूसरी मम्मी को जाके थोड़ा ना तंग करूँगा. जिसको whom you take as your own. If I take Bhageshri as my own, I tease her. I take Saket as my own, I tease her. Simran, today it's her birthday when she comes. I tease her. I have been teasing her. Daksha, I have been teasing her. Boys don't get teased. What can I do? They give me a cold shoulder. Who are you? Huh? Then you can have that liberty to fool around with them, isn't it? But if someone whom you don't know, you try once, उधर से कुछ response नहीं आता, then you don't try the next time. So here Krishna Bhagavan sees, Shukdev Ji Maharaj is saying that those who are dear to you, only with them you have the freedom to take पंगा. मैं घर में सबसे पंगे लेता हूँ, जब धीरे धीरे ये सामने बैठी है एक, परसों ही सुबह सुबह उठ के मैंने कहा यहाँ पे टॉयलेट पेपर क्यों पड़ा है? Swami ji, don't start early in the morning. I came out of my room and she was standing there. I said, why it is there? She said, you want tea? She deflected. She's smart. She said, Swami ji, tea? I said, no, toilet paper. Why here? She said, tea. You see? But if she was new, then one new girl has come, I can't even say anything because I don't know who she is, what she is, how she is, what is her behavior, isn't it? इसको हम अपना मानते हैं इसलिए इससे पंगे लेते हैं. तो here now in the next verse, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. श्री भगवानुवाच राजपुत्रीप्सिता तैः महानुभावैः श्रीमद्भिः रूपौदार्यबलौजितैः तान् प्राप्तान् ज्ञात्वा स्मरदुर्मदान् दत्ता भर्ता सुपित्रा च कस्मान्नो जभ्यो बिभ्यतः शुभ्रूः समुद्रं शरणं गतान् बलवद्भिकृतद्वेषान् प्रायस्त्यक्तनृपासनान् अस्यष्टवर्तमनां पुंसाम् अलोकपदमीयुषाम् आस्थिता पदवीं शुभ्रूः प्रायसीदन्ति योक्षितः निष्किञ्चना वयं शश्वत् निष्किञ्चन जनप्रियाः तस्मात् प्रायेण न ह्याढ्या मां भजन्ति समुद्यमे यदोरात्मसमं वित्तं जन्मैश्वर्याकृतिर्भवः तबाहो मैत्री च नोतमाधमयो क्वचित् वैदर्भ्ये तदविज्ञाय त्वया दीर्घसमीक्षया वृता वयं गुणैर्हीना बिभुक्षुभिः शलद्यामुधा अथात्मनोऽनुरूपं वै भजस्व क्षत्रियर्षभम् येन त्वमाशिष सत्या इहामुत्र च लप्स्यसे वै चैद्यशाल्वजरासन्ध दन्तवक्त्रादयो नृपाः मम द्विषन्ति वामोरु रुक्मी चापि त्वयग्रजः तेषां वीर्यमदान्धानां दृष्टानां स्मयनुत्तये आनीतासि मया भद्रे तेजोपहरता सताम् उदासीनां वयं नूनं न कामुकाः आत्मलब्ध्यास्महे पूर्णा गतिरक्रियाः. So here now how the Lord teases our Rukmini ji in the 10th verse. He says that oh beautiful one, oh Rajkumari, oh princess, there are many people, there are many kings, there are many lords of human beings in the world who are who have great prowess, who have great power, they have great ability, and they got great experience, they got lot of wealth, they are beautiful, and they are of big hearts also. Many are there in the world. And all of them wanted to get married to you. All of them were having a desire to make you theirs. And saying in this way, and your father and your brother, they both also, father though because of the force that Rukmi had put on the father, but Rukmi was the main one, Rukmini's elder brother, who wanted her to get married to one of the kings. And father had no other choice, but all her other brothers, in their heart and hearts, they wanted Krishna to be the husband of Rukmini. So he says that they wanted you to get married to someone of those great kings, and to this extent they had called Shishupal, and they had given him the word. You know, जैसे साखर पुड़े को क्या बोलते हैं आपके इसमें? हाँ, वाक निश्चय means the father of the bride gives the word to the bridegroom that she is yours, and the father and Rukmi, they had given the word to Shishupal that she is yours. So they had given that Vak Nishchay, and we will get Rukmini to be married with you, and he was eagerly waiting and desiring to be with you, and he was praying that that there should be no obstacles on the way for him to become one with you. And then tell me this thing, that why you left all those great kings with lot of wealth and lot of prowess and lot of everything. Why did you come to me? Because he says, why did you accept me as your husband? You had not even seen me, and you accepted me. And I am in no way capable to be your husband. Krishna Bhagavan is saying that I am in no way capable to be your husband. I got no quality. He will tell now why he is not capable, why he is not qualified to be her husband. So he says, I have nothing in life. I am called Ranchod because I ran away from the battlefield. That's why we call him Ranchod Das Ji in Gujarat. Another name of Krishna Bhagavan is Ranchod Das. It's not found anywhere else in India except in Gujarat. Because when Kalayavan came, Krishna Bhagavan ran. And remember, Kalayavan was running after him, and then that Muchukund burns away the Kalayavan. That is the story. So he is running away. So he calls him, hey, Ranchod. Tab se Ranchod. So Jarasandha calls him Ranchod only. He doesn't call him Krishna or anything. So he wants to inflict insults on Krishna. He says, I ran away. Akinchan, I got nothing to call my own. And then he says in the 12th verse, he says, Rajabhyo vibhyata subhruhu samudram sharanam gatan balavadbhi krutadveshan pavastyakta nrupasanan. That I sought refuge in the ocean, having entered into enmity with the strong, and have relinquished the royal throne. He says, I have given up. I gave the throne to, whom did he give it to? Ugrasen. He says, I gave it to Ugrasen. Nothing is mine. I gave Semantak Mani also to Ugrasen. I am not a king. I am not I don't own anything in this Dwarka. Everything is for the king and others. And then he says, and I am a person who is afraid. I ran away from Jarasandha's war. When the 18th time he came, or 17th time he came, I ran away. I didn't go and fight with him. And I took Sharan in the Samudra. And there are great, there are great people on the earth who are very, very powerful, and they have enmity towards me. So my life is always in danger. See, this is called living on the edge. Never a moment of चलो भाई आज आराम करते हैं, कुछ नहीं करना है, ऐसे कभी आता ही नहीं दिन. He says, every one of them is always plotting some way or the other how to get Krishna. Who are they? Jarasan, he is finished Mushtika, Chanur and Kamsa. But Shishupal, Jarasan, Dantavakra, all these are still waiting there in line. All of them waiting for a moment. And he says, not only that, we are Yaduvanshis and we have got a curse. That, and what is that curse? That we will never be able to be the kings of any kingdom ever. Because he is Yaduvanshi, Krishna. Yadav, they are Yadavas, therefore Yaduvanshi. So they have got a curse that they will not sit on the throne and rule a kingdom. And what did you think when you decided that you want to get married to me? I think you made a wrong choice, Rukmini. Then he says, Krishna Bhagavan says, what is our path? Which way it is going? I also don't know, and nobody else knows about it. And I do not follow the normal rules of the society. I go and steal the wives, not wives, kidnap my wives. There is a particular way, ethics, morals by which we must live in the society, but I break all of them. There is no set rule for me. I am absolutely uncouth. Where I want, I behave in whichever way I want. So he says, I cannot follow any particular rules. And how to speak to ladies, that also I don't know. How to give them respect, that also I don't know. This also I don't know, because when the gopis and all had come and Radha ji was being carried by Krishna when they had gone to the, before Brahmar, during Gopika Geet or Brahmar Geet? Gopika Geet. And he just dropped Radha ji and kept walking. No, she's a lady, she's my girlfriend or whatever. Nothing. Acha tu yahan pe baith, main jaake. Nahi, dhad, gone. And all these girls have come, gopis have come, and they are in love with Krishna. It's the Ras Leela time, and he leaves them crying and he goes away. Who does that? No empathy. He says, but I am like that. This is the package that you have got. Huh? So he says, I am a Gwala. I am a village person. I have got no etiquettes. I don't know how to behave properly in society. I'm not a part of the society. And I am a jungli. I am a wild person. And therefore, he says, any woman who gets caught in and falls in love with me, she only gets misery in her life. See, and you can think, the first one was Devaki. He is not even born, she is in jail. Huh? Then who else was there? Yashoda Maya. Throughout, Yashoda's love for Krishna was immense, but she was always afraid that something will happen to Krishna. Even though she is seeing that he is killing so many Rakshasas, but the motherly love to protect her child, she still thinks, the next one, if it's come, it will take away my child. She's still thinking like this only. Then who's next? Huh? Radha ji. He left them and the gopis, he left them in Vrindavan and came to Mathura. In Mathura he met so many girls, he left them also, he did not get... Then who else? Rukmini. See what she's gone through in order to be with him. What all the other 16,100, what they had to go through in order to become one, they had to be in jail. They didn't even know his existence, but eventually when they saw him, but the prerequisite was misery. See? And even in the end, if you see, even in the end, when the Krishna Leela concludes, what happens to all his wives, you know? The tribals come and they look, when all the Yadavas, the entire Narayani Sena, all the men in the Dwarka, they drink the liquor and they hit with each other with the reeds, and the entire male population of Dwarka has killed each other because of the sharp of the Rishi. That story will come later on. But now what to, now no men left to protect. At that time Krishna Bhagavan says, call Arjuna to come and take the wives away from here back to Hastinapur, and Krishna is on his last few hours. But in that meantime, he comes, he takes away all the wives, but on the way, those wives are looted and taken away by the tribals. This is the destiny of those wives. Why I am telling you all this? He says, every woman who has fallen in love with me, whether it is mother, it is wife, it is gopis, they have only suffered. And yet you have chosen me to be your husband. What did you find in me? Oh my God. Look at Mirabai. How much from the childhood she decided that she is going, mere to Giridhar Gopal dusra na koi. Because her elder sister was getting married, she said, I also want to get married. And the mother, what she will tell someone like Daksha, Krishna is your husband. So Krishna, 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 Krishna. And throughout her life, within 1 year of her marriage with some prince, the prince dies. The parents of the husband, they think she is the black sheep, and they give her so much trouble. Then she goes. Then Mahatma comes when Mahatma comes into her life. He gives her the Tanpura, and she starts singing the bhajans. But how much persecution by the society till the last moment. What was the last moment? She goes into the temple and merges into the statue of Krishna. But entire life was one of persecution, except few years of the childhood. Are we ready to pay that price to become one with the Lord? This is the question. Are we ready to pay the price? Because problems will come. Are we making the problems as a stepping stone to surrender even more deeply at the feet of the Lord? Or are we remembering the Lord to remove the problems? This is the question. So Krishna Bhagavan is asking our Rukmini Maiya, what did you see in me that you fell for me, that you decided that you want to get married to me, that I should come and abduct, take you away, and you had not even, let's see what he says. That I only love people, those who do not have anything. That akinchan word is used 2 times. He says, I love people, I am of those people who have nothing. What does nothing mean here? No desires. They don't have anything to call their own except the Lord. This was the greatness of the gopis, isn't it? This is the greatness of Rukmini also. That is why she has become his first wife. In the 15th verse he says, Yayoratma samam vittam janmaishwarya krutir bhavaha tayor vivaho maitri cha no tamadhamayo kvachit. He says you should get married and have friendship of same status. Rich must have rich friends. Yeah? Like-minded people should at the same क्या कहते हैं बराबरी वाले बोलते हैं ना, बराबरी वालों के साथ मित्रता करनी चाहिए और बराबरी वालों के साथ विवाह करना चाहिए. So if you are an intellectual and you marry a dull, dumb, बेवकूफ लड़की, it will not succeed. Intellectual fellow, whether a boy or a girl, they are lost in ideas. And you get married to a Vaishya, means a person, not Vaishya, to a person who's only thinking about money, 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 money. And this fellow, you see, that fellow is thinking only about how can I, E is equal to M. उसके बाद क्या आता है? Lost in calculations, lost in research, lost in ideas, lost in wanting to change the society, lost in teaching the society. But this fellow, the husband or the wife who's having the money attitude, someone approached. They said, Swamiji, after a long, I've been thinking about talking to you for a long time. I said, who are you? He says, I'm so and so. I said, yeah, I have met you. I said, I don't know you. Even though I knew, I said, I don't know. Politician fellow. So I said, I don't, what do you want? I was very curt with him. I said, what do you want? Oh, we are starting this organization and we are asking this fellow and that fellow to come, and we will organize a school in somewhere in Melbourne, and you can take all your classes there. I said, I'm happy where I'm taking. I got no need to go anywhere else. No, you can bring your Sanskrit classes there and your other classes, you can have it there. I said, no, I don't want it. I'm happy, they are happy, people are feeling good to have satsangs in their houses, and we are fine. No, but see, that other person has brought all his people into this group, this person has brought. I said, okay, I'll talk to them and then I'll find out. So I said, why you are interested in starting this organization? He said, no, we want to get funding from we want to get funding from the Multicultural Commission. So now they have applied for funding. To prove that this funding is utilized, all they need is 1 or 2 classes, take photographs and send it back. Money is theirs. See? So how will this match? We are teaching for last 15 years without anything in return, and here he is not. I said, okay, come to the classes. No, I'm not into all that. Then what are you into? No, I will organize all this. So they keep going from place to place, getting some people, get the funding and enjoy. Because once you get the funding, you don't have to spend anything. You don't have to show. A lot of corruption like this is going on in Melbourne. Not only Melbourne, Australia. तो देखो अभी क्या होता है. So Krishna Bhagavan is telling that I have nothing. So you are a princess, you are coming from a rich king, you got so many strong brothers, you're used to royal life. I have got nothing. You can see you are sitting here and doing fanning me. So Krishna Bhagavan इस तरीके से he is pulling her leg, and then he says that, where are we? And he says, you did not think far enough. You didn't know what you are going to be getting by getting married to me. You should have thought the consequences that are going to take place in the future, and without thinking, uh, and just because one sannyasi came to your court and he sang my praises, and listening to him you felt, I want to get married to Krishna because you heard you heard him singing my praises. Is that what do you call the parameters by which you decide who your husband is going to be? रुक्मिणी सुन रही है सब कुछ, अभी जवाब मिलेगा बाद में. And you just accepted that what he is telling is true. He says, even now nothing has gone wrong. We have not lost. You have not lost anything. You go and find some good husband for yourself who's strong and who's valorous and who's rich and who's powerful, and and then she tells and he says, there is Shishupal, there is Shalva, there is Jarasan, there is Dantavakra, and they are all waiting. Even now, if you go away to them, they will take you. So nothing has gone wrong yet. Even now you can go and I'll let you go. You go and find whomever you like, find one suitable for you, you go and get married to them. And in this way, in the 19th verse, he says, Tesham viryam adandhanam druptanam smayat nuttaye anitasi maya bhadre tejopahar tasatam udasina vayam nunam nasstraya patyartha kamukaha atmalabhva mahe purna gehayor jyotirakriyaha. He says in the 19th verse, now if you will ask, if you ask that why did I get married to you, Krishna is saying now he has to put his side also. So the reason for that is because all these big kings and powerful kings, they are very arrogant about their prowess and strength and army and wealth that they have. And I wanted to break their arrogance, that's why I got married to you. Because in front of all those kings, I took you away. Naturally, their ego is hurt and crushed. That's why I got married to you. Not because he doesn't say that I don't love you. He says that's why I got married to you. And then he says that he says, this is the beautiful thing. He says, Udasinam vayam nunam, that I am ever dispassionate, I am ever unattached. I don't love anyone, I don't hate anyone. Udasinam vayam nunam. Vayam is using not in singular, he is using it in plural. जैसे हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना, मैं और हम ये करना चाहते हैं, हम वहाँ जाना चाहते हैं. That is Sabhya way of speaking. In Bombay way you say तेरे मेरे, hey तेरे को क्या चाहिए, मेरे को ये चाहिए. मैं भी नहीं बोलते तेरे मेरे है क्या, अबे हाँ वो दिल्ली वाला है अबे. अपुन अपुन is still okay. This is आपका अपुन. So he says that I am absolutely udasin, I am absolutely unattached, I am absolutely dispassionate towards every event that is taking in my life. I don't have to take anything from anyone, I don't have anything to give to anyone. And that is the truth about Krishna. That is the truth about the consciousness that we essentially are. It has got nothing to do. If good thought comes, it illuminates that. If bad thought comes, it illuminates that. You go in front of the mirror, you are angry after just fighting with someone and you got, it will reflect that. Mirror has got no likes or dislikes. Whoever goes in front, it will reflect that, he will reflect that. It has got no desire of its own to not to reflect or not to reflect. Similarly, Krishna Bhagavan is saying, I am neutral. I am udasin, or neutralata, udasinata, same thing. And I am not, I don't get caught up in anything in life. I got no attachment to anything in life. I came, I rescued you, I listened to your call because you called from your heart. I came. I am not attached to you. How will a wife feel if you tell her, खाना पीना बंद, गड़बड़ हो जाएगी. Swami ji, can I live with you?
Tomorrow comes.
No, but this is the type of discussion we should also have. But satsang is telling you that only. You do the role perfectly, but without attachment. That's what our Krishna is actually living. He's not just speaking about it, he's living it. We are listening to it, but not practicing it in life. Be a speaker, but don't be attached to speaking. Be a listener, don't be attached to listening. Be a doer, let actions happen out of you, but don't be attached to any actions. Because the moment you get attached to action, you become a doer. And what is ego? Doership and enjoyership. Karta and bhokta. That is ego. So Krishna Bhagavan is saying, I got nothing to give to anyone, I got nothing to take from anyone. He is neither the doer, he is nor the enjoyer. What is he? He is the eternal witness, eternal sakshi. And where is he? In 10th chapter, first verse of Vibhuti, not first verse of 10th chapter, but when Bhagwan starts speaking, he says, now I'll tell you why my Vibhuti is. And the first Vibhuti he says is, I am the self of all the beings. I am the self, I am the Atma of all the beings. So where is the Lord? Where is Lord Krishna? He is the life itself that is expressing through us. And this life is not attached to anything. This expression of consciousness, it's not attached. So every day, waker, dreamer, deep sleepers come and go. You also know. You are also not attached. But foolishly you think only all eggs in one basket. Which is that basket? The waking basket. But your experience is, when you take one step back and look at your life, you will see that neither you are a dream. Yesterday the dreamer was born, a deep sleeper was born, waker was there. The day before also these three were there. The day before also these three were there. From childhood to today, all these three fellows, waker, dreamer and deep sleeper, with their respective experiences, they have come and gone. And you have never, if you are attached to any one of them, then you will not be able to sleep only. But the fact is, you think you are attached to this waking world. If you are attached, then how do you go to sleep? Because sleep will only come when you get detached to the waking world. And that happens every day. So we are living in an imaginary world. And that Krishna has caught. Krishna says, I am not attached to anything. I have got no asakti in anything. I do not give too much importance to anything or anyone. I do not give importance, because if you give importance, how do you give importance? By giving attention and value. If I give him attention, I keep looking at him and talking. Yeah, आज नारायण स्मार्ट लग रहा है, चलो आज नारायण से बात करते हैं. पूरा सत्संग नारायण के साथ. I feel very. Why, स्वामी जी क्या हो गया? आज मेरे को क्यों attention दे रहे हो? That will be his dialogue afterwards. Because I gave him attention. And then in a night I go, and then I will also dream because I gave so much attention. Then she will say, why Narayan is not coming in my mind? Because Swamiji has stolen him. ऐसे ही होता है, ड्रामा चल रहा है सारा. Whatever we give attention and value, that becomes an impression in our mind. We become attached to it. Whatever we become attached to, we desire it. And where there is a desire, you are caught up in the loop of doing and enjoying. We have to get out of this loop. You need something more powerful to get out of this gravity of doing and enjoying. And the only one who can take you out of it is not your efforts. You must put efforts, but who? The Lord. Either think of the Lord or think of the Atma Tattva. Every day spend few minutes, just one click, and okay, rest of the day. You will find as you grow old, as you go through life, naturally you remain burden free. And this is what Lord is saying, that in my mind there is no attachment towards anything or anyone. I am the Sakshi, the eternal Sakshi, and I am reveling in myself. I don't need anything else to revel in. Here he says, Atma labdhasmahe purna. Atma labdha. I am continuously gaining in myself, and that is making me complete. I don't need anything or anyone, any wives or any power or any wealth or anything in this world to make me complete. Are we thinking like this? If Krishna is thinking like this, how should we think? Oh, after I gain Krishna, then I'll be complete. No, you can begin that way. But somewhere it must drop. That Krishna is none other than me. He is in my heart. He is in my soul. He is the consciousness. I am complete. How I am complete? I can't work it out. Don't work it out. Let it reveal. It will reveal. You hold on to the Lord. It will reveal. To Meera it revealed, to Surdas it revealed, to Ramana Maharishi it revealed, to every realized master in this world, it has revealed in some way or the other, it has revealed. Why? Because they didn't get attached to the world, they got attached to the Lord instead. Or they contemplated on the self. You practice yoga, you practice pranayam, you practice japa. It is not to get anything in the do puja, etc. It is not to get anything in this world. It is to be more proximity to the Lord. Then your life will be beautiful. So he says that Atma labdhya smahe purna gehayor jyotirakriyaha. And he says that, what is the last one? Having no desire of woman, progeny and wealth, we are really indifferent to the world, remain steeped in a sense of fullness through self-realization, are unattached to home or the body and doing no work, remain as a witness only like a light. See, there are three ways how your desires, that you have desire in life. Vitteshana, Putreshana, Lokeshana. Vitteshana is desire for wealth. Putreshana, in a normal person, the desire for wealth is seen. Desire for progeny, that my kul must continue. Just ask them to quieten down. So, Putreshana, to have a child and then, I must leave a mark behind in the world. And the third one, in the family. And the third one, Lokeshana, the desire for name and fame. That is seen. And majority of the people, they are caught up in this. Vitteshana, Putreshana and Lokeshana. Mahatmas are free from this. The Lord is free from this. He says, I got nothing to achieve in this world. Neither I want to get married. Then why did you get married? It happened. You called me, I came. You called me, I came. You called me, we'll have children also. But you asked me? No. Udasin. Krishna is the most famous in that time in Aryavarta. But ask him, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. Why? He is the eternal Sakshi. He is living in the moment. Living in the moment, living in the now, watching what is unfolding. Watching what is unfolding. Because what is the purpose of human birth? Human birth is not Vitteshna, Lokeshna and Putreshna. What is the purpose of human birth? Huh? See, script, I'll tell you in a different angle. What he's saying, what is going on in your mind is also correct. But purpose of human birth is not self-realization, is not God realization. Then what is it? And yet, we hold on to the Lord, we are reading Lord's story. What will happen? Because Lord is saying, I am essentially you. So how can you become you? It is foolish. Then what is the purpose of spiritual journey? What is the purpose of human birth? You cannot, there will be no one left to recognize when you merge. Do you recognize sleep while you are sleeping? Only after waking up you realize. I? Purify the mind. Make the mind zero. So, by taking the alamban, by taking the support of the Lord, listening to His leelas, listening to His stories, identifying with His character, His capacities, abilities, love, His way, how He looks at the world, all this is not to realize the Lord. All this is to remove the mind between me and the Lord. I am also I, the Lord is also I within me. The small I is the ego, the big I is the Lord inside. What is coming in between these two? The name and form. The name and form is coming between these two. The Jivatma and the Paramatma. What is coming in between? Name and form. Jivatma is attached to the names and forms called the world. Paramatma is independent of the names and forms. He is everything and yet he is nothing. And yet he is beyond. So for this Jiva, this individual, to recognize himself as the Paramatma, he will not be remaining behind. But what will happen? Through this sadhana, through the purpose of human birth, I asked you, by studying scriptures, doing bhajan kirtan, doing yoga, pranayam, etc., etc., it is not for teaching people, it is not for anyone else, but it is for self-purification. The more we interact while we are teaching subjectively, to that extent our mind will keep dissolving, keep dissolving, keep dissolving. A point will come by His grace where there is nothing more to dissolve. That mind will become like it is in deep sleep, but you will be awake. And that time, let it be the Lord's will, how He reveals Himself. Does He reveal as Atma Sakshatkar? Does He reveal as but takes you to Vaikuntha, makes you mad, makes you childlike? The Mahatmas, the scriptures say that a realized master is Balvat, Pishachvat and Unmattavat. So he is like a childlike, he is like a drunken fellow like, or he is like a ghost. Somewhere here, somewhere there. Nobody knows. Like Shirdi Sai Baba. But how? That is, we don't have to, Acha, I think I want to come back as a Pishach. ऐसे कभी बोलना मत. पता चला रास्ता क्रॉस कर रहे हैं, ऊपर से बोला ए भागवत करके आ रहा है भागो. all this that we are doing, because see why we are saying all this, because words cannot reveal you the divinity, the spirit, the pure consciousness, the Lord cannot be revealed by the words. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. Taittiriya Upanishad it comes that the words, when they call out to the Lord, they return. Because the door of the sanctum sanctorium, the Garbhagriha, the door is locked from inside. Words can only go and knock. Hello, anyone there? Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Knock, knock, knock. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare. Knock, knock, knock. Lord, I am yours. दरवाजा खुलता ही नहीं है, क्योंकि दरवाजा खुलेगा तो तुम गायब हो जाओगे. पर तुम, you cannot open the door. He has to open the door from inside and pull you in. Just like you can knock on the door of the sleep. I am feeling sleepy. I am tired. I am comfortable. Take me, take me, take me. But sleep has to suck you in. She has to devour you. Devour your mind. Exactly the same way. You can only make a request. You can only surrender. But that feeling of surrender is also at the level of mind only. But the grace of sleep must come. Exactly the same way. The Lord's grace must come, and He must just, like you take the, what you call straw, and you suck it away. The Lord sucks you away. That time, if you have prepared well, there will be no fear. If you are not prepared well, if you have not lived the day properly, sleep also will not come. You want to sleep, but sleep will not come. Then agitation, then depression. See? So the Lord says that if someone comes or someone goes, there is no meaning to this world for me. Is there any meaning for the world of waves for the ocean? Is there any meaning for the world of ornaments for the gold? No meaning. And where are we caught up? I want to go to Kailash. I want to go to Char Dham. I want to go to Sri Lanka. We're planning. See? We want to do Bhagavatam. Tomorrow I have to finish the class and then I have to go. Why? Tomorrow morning I have to get up early for meditation and class. We have got one project. Why? We want to be busy. We are not accepting what comes in life. We want to be in control of life. Wherever there is an exercise of control, it is an act of ego. But if all this is going on and you are watching, because now it's all in place, you cannot do without a job, you cannot do without a satsang, you cannot do without food, you cannot do without sleeping in the pant and shirt. You have to change it into night dress and then get into the bed. You cannot do getting into your wife's bed on the other side. Get up, she'll kick you away to the other. That's your side. So it's all default processes. Let those default processes come and go. You got nothing to do. Remain undisturbed. But for that, initially courage is required. Not only where you feel it is साक्षी, जहाँ आपने दाल नहीं गलती वहाँ पे साक्षी हो गए. जहाँ गलती है नहीं नहीं नहीं, I did it. It has to be everywhere. And how to do that everywhere? The easy way, more effortless way, where you don't even come to know, is devotion. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nada Narayana Vasudeva. See, here Krishna Bhagwan is taking the Mickey out of Rukmini. Isn't it? Is he feeling guilty? Is he feeling guilty? Is he feeling, oh my poor darling, I unnecessarily troubled her. I should not have spoken these words like this to her, that I can relinquish her and she can go and get married to Dantavakra or Jarasandha or someone. You tell your wife, there will be Mahabharat in the house. There will be Mahabharat in the house if you say like that. Why? Because we are individuals. We own the wife. What is Krishna saying? You are free. If you want to go, go. I am not attached to anyone. For me, the world does not exist. Who can say this? He who is at the same time expressing as Krishna on the earth, but at the same time knows that he is the infinite. Isn't it? Do you know that you are a father and at the same time a man? Same way. So in this way, the what do you call? The case has been presented in front of Rukmini ji. Now Shri Shuka Uvacha. क्या है? एक मिनट, let my eyes come to normal. एतावदुक्त्वा भगवान् आत्मानं वल्लभामिव मन्यमानामविश्लेषात् तद्दर्पघ्नः उपारमत इति त्रिलोकेशपतेस्तदात्मनः प्रियस्य देव्य श्रुतपूर्वमप्रियम् आश्रुत्य भीता हृदि जातविपधुः चिन्तां दुरन्तां रुदति जगामः पदासु जातेन नखारुणश्रिया भुवं लिखन्त्यश्रुभिरञ्जनसितैः आसिञ्चति कुङ्कुमरूषितौ स्तनौ तस्थावधो मुख्यति दुःखरुद्धवाक् तस्यासु दुःखभयशोक नष्टबुद्धेः हस्ताच्छलथ द्वलयतो व्यजनं पपात देहश्च विक्लवधियः सहसैव मुह्यन् रम्भेव वायुविहता प्रविकीर्य केशान् तद्दृष्ट्वा भगवान् कृष्णः प्रियाया प्रेम बन्धनं हास्य प्रौढिमजानन्त्याः करुणः सौन्वकम्पता पर्यङ्कादवरुह्याशु तामुत्थाप्य चतुर्भुजः केशान् समुह्य तद्वक्त्रं प्रामृजत्पद्मपाणिना प्रमृज्याश्रुकले नेत्रे स्तनौ चोपहतौ शुचा आश्लिष्य बाहुना राजन् अनन्यः विषयां सतीं सान्त्वयामास सान्त्वज्ञः कृपया कृपणां प्रभुः हास्य प्रौढिभ्रमश्चित्ताम् अतदर्हौ सतां गतिः. Then, now this is the state of Rukmini. How will a wife behave after he being spoken to like this, that you can go and get married? इधर तो घमासान युद्ध हो जाएगा. But before we get to what she responds, and you will love the disposition, the way she. This is how all the wives or husbands should also respond when someone takes the Mickey out of you. उसके लिए सतर्कता चाहिए. You need to be alert. About what? Not about wife. Not about the words that you are hearing, about the Lord in your heart. Then you will get the correct response out. Because you will see from the how the Lord is looking at the world, then you will look at the world and the correct response will come out. And that's what our Rukmini ji will do afterwards. But before we get there, what is the disposition of our Rukmini ji? The reason the Lord here, okay, etavaduktva bhagavan atmanam vallabhamiva manyamanam avishleshat taddarpanna uparamata taddarpanna uparamata. She used to revel in her own beauty, that I am the bestest among all the queens. Krishna loves me the most. I am his favorite. हाँ? ऐसी कभी कभी कई जगह देखा होगा, in our life of Sai Charitra of in Sai Charitra itself, there was one person, and he was thinking that, oh, I am the next Uttaradhikari. I am the next in charge of this ashram called Sai Ashram. Which Sai Ashram? Shirdi Sai Ashram. Why? The Shirdi Sai Baba loves me the most. He takes care of me. He takes suggestions from me, and I serve him so well. I cook for him. I take everything. So it had gone in his head that I am the best, and Sai Baba cannot do anything without me. I think he will never in his life ever ask me to go away, because then who will take care of him? People, sometimes employees also think that way, that I am indispensable. So then one day when he was there, Sai Baba said, he asked, Baba, my sadhana is going well? He says, no. Then what should I do? You go to that mountain and do the sadhana that I am going to tell you. You go to, and he sent him away. He said, go away. Go and sit on that tree, do the sadhana, do this, do that, different things he told him. And one day, in his mind it is going on, why I thought I was, indispensable, and how can Baba send me? Is Baba attached to him? No. And one day while he was doing his sadhana, Baba appeared in front of him. Just out of the thin air, he appeared in front. Baba, when did you come? How come you are hanging in the air? Are you real or it's my imagination? He said, come, touch, see, I'm real or imaginary? That time it clicked to him that Baba is Sarvavyapi. He is all pervading. And I was thinking that Baba cannot live without me because I serve him so much. You see? So it's how you... I will not, if I go away, how will the house run? It will run better. Go away. Find out. But you don't want to lose the control. All the checks and balances that you have put in the place, in the house, that you don't want to relinquish. You don't want to relinquish that. फिर मेरे को कौन पूछेगा? मेरी कोई हैसियत नहीं है क्या? But you go away. It is healthy for you. And go to some place where nobody knows you. Go to some place where nobody gives you even food. You have to beg. Go away to some place where there is no shelter easily available. Go to some place. You may have all the money, but make a try sometime. Go away for 10 days, 5 days, 1, 2, 3 weeks. Don't take, just like our Ramana Maharishi when he left home, 14 years old, only 3 rupees in his pocket. And he bought a ticket to Arunachala. Papa Ramdas 3.5 rupees in his pocket. The farthest I could go away, whatever that 3.5 rupees could get him, he got the ticket, got into the train, left it to Rama. Do that. You know you can call and then come back. But give it a go. See how quickly everything will drop away when you do that. So, to do that, I am going to Sydney Monday, okay? No, but one must do this. Either Anila's son, he does that. Gets up in the morning, he says, Mom, I'm going. Backpack, some food and biscuits and cheese and all that, and tent, all in one backpack, goes. He has travelled all Australia without buying any ticket. He is only 20. Goes and lives in the forest. Lives for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, he will live in the forest. He says, I enjoy, I'm with myself. Inborn in him. In Australia, he does that. And we are not ready to go even outside the house and put a tent and. Thanda hai yaar. Can you get me a heater in the tent? Can you get me a blanket in the tent? अरे आज सूप नहीं आया, at least सूप तो पिला दो. I was thrilled when I met him and he told me what he does. Oh. So here, Rukmini ji, we are in the verse number 21. Sri Shukdev ji is saying that for a moment only, the Lord, Sri Krishna, just for a moment, he did not even for a moment, Rukmini had not left the side of Krishna. Therefore, this arrogance had come into her that the Lord loves me the most, that he is only for me, that he is disregarding other wives. He is spending all the time because he never goes away from her palace. Just like I told you, Sai Baba, he is everywhere. This Krishna is uska baap hai. He is multiplied himself. Remember, he multiplied himself to 7 times to fight with 7 bulls. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. He has multiplied himself. Every wife thinks that Krishna loves me the most. That he, because they never see his absence, he is always there with them. Full commitment. That I am most dear to the Lord Krishna, and this to remove this arrogance, to remove this this feeling from the heart of Rukmini, the Lord had remained quiet, and in this way, after that, when Rukmini ji heard these words from the mouth of her beloved, she never expected it because she loves him so much. Can't even imagine. How can you say like that? Mouth is there, it will speak something. It spoke. And for the Lord, he is not worried what he says because he knows whatever comes out of his mouth, it is the truth. Whatever comes out of the mouth of Lord Shiva, Lord Narayana, Brahmaji, it is the truth. Otherwise, what are they doing? They are meditating. कभी गलती से किसी ने उठा दिया, and if something comes out of whatever the situation is, it has to happen. Why? They are Satya Sankalpa. Actually, Satya Sankalpa means whatever they say must become true. But they don't have a desire that we want this should happen or that should happen. mirror does not say that I want this person is coming. Oh, he's coming with an angry face. I think when he comes, I will show him a happy face. He doesn't say that. Whatever comes, they just respond. That's spontaneity. That's living in the now. Krishna Bhagavan is like that. It is not a preemptive idea in his mind that, oh, I think this is the reason, so I have to do it this way. There is no manipulation. Shukdev Ji Maharaj is saying that this could be the reason. So, in the 22nd verse, the story goes, when she heard these words from the mouth of her beloved, she became very afraid. She started shivering, and her heartbeat became very rapid, because she started thinking that the Lord is going to abandon her. Why she's thinking like this? Because she loves him. Because she loves him. Not because of any other reason. She can't imagine life without Lord Krishna. That Rukmini, who did not flinch even a bit when her son Pradyumna was carried away, she did not, nowhere in the Bhagavatam even one word has been said that she became depressed. She asked Krishna, you have saved so many people and killed so many Rakshasas, why can't you go and find out where my son is, why can't you bring him back? Not even once did she say that, isn't it? Why? What did we say at that time? Because not faith in the Lord to bring her son back. No. The only Krishna was filling her heart. It does not matter if the child is there or not there. Krishna is there now, I am complete. My Purnata, my completeness is not because of the child. It is because of the Lord. This is a lesson for all of us. My completeness is not because of my mom. But because of the Lord in my heart. Then continue. My completeness is not because of my husband or wife, but because of the Lord in my heart. Heart and mind must be saturated by the Lord. Then there is no place for child success, failure, likes, dislikes, joys, or there is no place for them. They will still be there. You will interact with them, you will face them, but always in the remembrance of the Lord, because you know who you are essentially. See? So this Rukmini, there when Pradyumna was taken away, she did not complain, she did not cry, she did not ask for the Lord to bring him back. But now when the Lord is saying, you can go and get married to any one of them, she is feeling, I don't know what next sentence is going to come. Is he going to abandon me? Is he going to give me away to someone else? Then what will, oh my God, I can't imagine a life without him. I can't imagine a life without him. So she starts, her heartbeat increases, and she became very afraid and crying. She fell at the feet of the Lord. Crying. She was sitting there, and she started with her toenails. She started scratching wherever she was sitting, on the bed or on the chair, wherever, and not knowing that nervousness was expressing in that manner. And because of this extreme pain caused due to the words of the Lord, how to respond also she did not know. What to say to the Lord. And all the energy from from her speech, from her body, from her senses, everything was as if sucked away. Krishna is our soul. Imagine when the life is leaving, what will happen? Swamiji, we haven't reached that stage yet. But you see other people, when life is going out of the body, what happens? The senses, the mind, the body, everything becomes jadatmak. There's no energy in the body. Have you ever noticed a dead body is heavier than a living body? Why? Why is the dead body heavier than the living body?
Jada.
Yes.
Body.
There's no life.
No life.
That is not the reason. Tell Daksha, you know why dead? Have you seen a dead body? Dead rat, dead dog, dead cat, dead bird. But dead bird is, you wouldn't have held a bird when it was alive and then it died. But you know when they carry Ram Naam Satya Hai, Duja Vada Masta Hai, Dula nahi, sorry. Ram Naam Satya Hai. The dead body is very, even for people it is very difficult to carry a dead body, you know. Change करना पड़ता है, नहीं तो थक जाते हैं. क्यों? How come we are able to jump? We don't feel the weight.
Life force is gone.
Because Krishna is carrying us.
Krishna is carrying us, you can say that way. Because our idea is that mind is inside the body. The truth is, body is inside the mind. In the mind, the form of the body is there. Just like in the dream, after you wake up, you know, all the bodies were in the mind, isn't it? So is true in the waking plane also. बुद्धों की तरह जी रहे हम, लेक्चर दे रहे हैं और तुम सुन रहे हो. ये सब लीला चल रही है, जैसे ड्रीम में लीला चलती है. In the dream, space, air, fire, water, earth, people, rivers, emotions, thoughts, birth, death, children, old people, sometimes years pass through. Everything is in the mind only, isn't it? When it is happening, you don't realize it. But when you wake up, let's go back. When you wake up, you give zero value to that whole experience. Why? It was just a figment of imagination of the mind. The mind itself became the space, air, fire, water. Mind itself became all the emotions. Mind itself became all the thoughts. Mind itself became time, space and objectivity. Mind itself became past, present and future. From atomic level to the macrocosmic level, everything, the entire cosmos in the mind was nothing but the mind alone. So is true in the waking plane of experience also. But are you experiencing that right now? We think, ये करना है, वो करना है, ऐसे करना है. Wake up. So because the mind is holding the body in its womb, so you don't feel the weight. Why you have to go to, see, I asked you, have you carried a dead body? No. But have you carried a sleeping child? How heavy they are? Why are they heavy? Same reason. In sleep, the mind is not holding the body. So the child becomes heavy. The moment you wake up, फिर हल्का हो जाता है, यार जागे ही रहे, सो मत. So we wake the child up and say, then we are able to carry the child. But if it is a sleeping child, it's so heavy. And in this way, Rukmini has become all the power, all the vitality, all the energy within her, in her heart, in her mind, is just getting sucked away. and she's becoming shithil. She's just like Arjuna Sthiti in the beginning of the chapter 1 in Bhagavad Gita. Same thing is happening to her. She's not able to stand. She's quivering. Her body is shaking. Mind is, what is? My God, Lord is going to abandon me. Lord is going to let me go. Lord doesn't love me. Only imagining that I am Lord has not, she has not got separated from the Lord. Just in imagination that she is going to get separated from the Lord, all these symptoms started. She started experiencing and eventually swooned and fell unconscious out of her extreme love for the Lord. She couldn't imagine being without him. Then the Lord, the Lord seeing Rukmini ji having fallen, he was saying all this in jest, but she has taken it very seriously, and instead of it becoming a joke, it has become a serious situation. Happens in families, isn't it? पंगा लेने गए थे तुम्ही, you have become the problem now. Sorry वारी बोलना पड़ता है. But here there is no sorry. That she could not grasp the joke behind the words of his of what he said, and because she was so affectionate towards him, she was so much loving and surrendered to him, that the Lord, even though he is unattached to everything, he is udasin, yet he was moved with love for his Rukmini ji. And then in the 25th verse, Tadruštva Bhagavan Krishna Priyaya Prema Bandhanam Hasya Praudimajanasyantya Karuna Sonvakampata. So this is what we just talked about, and then continuing. Paryangad avaruhyashu tamothapya chaturbhujaha keshan samohiya tadvaktram pramrujat padmapanina. And the Lord, moved by empathizing what Rukmini ji is going through, immediately with his forearms he lifted Rukmini ji from where she had fallen down and picked her up and brought her to the bed and laid her down lovingly, and wiped her face with his lotus hand, and then Pramrujya Shrukale Netre Stanau Chopahatau Shucha Ashlishya Bahuna Rajan Ananya Vishayam Satim. And then wiping her eyes, which were tearful, and breasts soiled with tears of grief, and folding in his arms. Imagine 4 arms holding her. And alingan kiya, to give her solace, and who was single-heartedly attached to him. And for Rukmini ji, in her life there is no one else other than our Lord, and therefore Santvayamasa Santvajna Krupaya Krupanam Prabhu Hasya Praudi Brahma Chittam Atadarhya Atadarha Satam Gatihi. And the Lord, who is the abode and the resort for all those who are in pain, who are surrendered to him. Here Rukmini ji is surrendered to him, and she is in pain immediately, and she has taken the refuge of the Lord and nobody else, even when her son was missing. So immediately the Lord went and took care of her and realized the state of Rukmini ji and comforted her, because the words of his were like shafts which have disturbed the mind. हम कभी कभी वो बटन दबा देते हैं ना, ये बटन दब गया पार्टनर का. Now, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Mamam Tvaidarbyasuyetha Jane Tvam Parayanam Tadvacha Shrotu Kamena Shvelya Charitamangane Mukham Cha Prema Sarambha Sfuritadharamikšitum Katakshe Parunapankam Sundara Brukkuti-tatam Ayam hi paramo labho Gruheshu gruhamedhinam Yannarme mainiyate yamaha Priyaya bhirubhamini. Where are we on? 29. The Lord says, Mamam Vaidarbha Suyetha Jane Tvam Mat Parayanam Tad Vacha Shrotu Kamena Shvelya Acharita Mangane. In the I spoke like this because I wanted a reaction from you. I spoke like this that you will, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, you will, इसको क्या बोलते हैं, अट्ठ्या, अट्ठ्या को क्या बोलेंगे, अट्ठ्या, इंग्लिश में मेरे को पता नहीं अभी, हाँ, that you will be disturbed and you will move away, you will not look at me, you will say something. I wanted to see a reaction and I just wanted, ठीक है, let it be. Frown, and you will get frown at me and why I have spoken in this manner, etc., etc. And this to see this reaction, that's why I spoke like this. I wanted to see how you become angry when you hear these words from my mouth, and how your lips become red and your face becomes red and they will be quivering with anger, and I would have loved to see you that way. Acha? This is not, all husbands are getting freedom. And therefore, those people who are continuously living at home and doing the various chores day in and day out, when the partners have such arguments and spices in their life, it brings them closer. That's what he says. Then continuing from here, Shri Shukauvacha Saivam Bhagavata Rajan Vaidarbhi Parisantpita Nyatva Tat Parihasoktim Priyatyagavayam Jahau Babhasharshabham Punsam Vikshanti Bhagavan Mukham Savridaha Suruchihi Snigdhapangena Bharata. This Shukdev says, Rukmini, the daughter of the king of Vidarbha, when she was comforted by the Lord, realized that whatever the Lord had said and suggested that she can go and get married to one of those kings was all a joke, and immediately became fearless. The fear and the palpitation of her heart subsided, and then and also Santvanasa. How is the Lord giving the assurance? Because he is holding her in his arms, that you are my dearest, etc., that I was joking. And then she spoke to, looking at the Lord's face, here, Babhasha Rishabham Punsam Vikshanti Bhagavan Mukham. looking at the face of the Lord, who is with a shy smile on her face, and she started speaking to the Lord, who is greatest among men. And what does she say? क्या time हो गया? This we'll do it next week. And it is just like we saw so many things in this dialogue of what Krishna. One part is that he's enjoying himself, but all the other things that we covered. Now we'll see the response that Rukmini ji gives to Krishna for every word that she has said. For every word that she has said. And see her disposition. That it's beautiful. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnah Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Namaha. Hari Om.